Hi, church. Well, thank you first of all for clicking on the link. I do have some exciting news, and that is to let you know that as of today, I'm launching a recruitment campaign to find an assistant pastor to come and to work alongside me, serving God in this exciting new unfolding vision that He has for us. So, as any of you who are part of the church know, we have had both our children's worker and our youth worker step down in the last 6 months, and we have been in prayer as to kind of what we do in terms of replacing them or replacing what they brought to the church, but also just looking at the wider needs of the church. Now, one of the challenges that we have is we have a budget that is kind of limited to what God provides through various means, and a key part of that is kind of what He provides through the money that you give or tithe into the Light Church. So first of all, thank you if you give. That even gives us the opportunity to make these decisions, but it also means that we have a limited pot, which means that we can't just kind of hire every single role we think of. Would I like an assistant pastor and a youth worker and a kids worker? Yes, you bet I would. And maybe He has that for us in the future. But where we are right now, I got a real sense that actually hiring an assistant pastor, somebody who actually has a call to longer term church leadership, is the right investment of our money and my time and my energy to kind of raise up somebody who I expect will be from the next generation. And so, we're kind of going to be pressing ahead with this. Whoever it is that comes into role, they're going to have responsibility for overseeing youth and kids, but I'm not expecting them to do all of the work. In part, some of the work will be done by a new admin role that we will be advertising after we've recruited the assistant pastor, so they can be involved in the recruitment of that. That part-time admin role is going to provide some of the vital admin support that both Beth and Sarah provided to our kids and youth teams. But then the role of the assistant pastor is going to be to equip and empower our brilliant volunteer leadership. So much of church life happens through volunteers laying their lives down. And think about it: home church leaders, volunteers, worship people leaders, volunteers. I'm not going to bother editing it. I'm just going to carry on. And and so I just in this same way, most of our youth work and most of our kids work happens and is done by volunteers, and that's just going to carry on. We are so grateful to you, and the assistant pastor is going to be there to provide overall leadership, strategy, guidance, empowerment, training, equipping you, and all of that stuff, along with wider kind of opportunities in the church. I'm hoping that we get to recruit someone from within our own church. I'm not close-minded that I would take someone from outside, but I'd love it to give someone who's got a calling to church leadership an opportunity to step into this, to get trained up both practically and theologically. If you are interested, I simply ask you to get in touch with me and come and have a coffee and have a chat, and we can talk through whether you feel this is right to apply, and if so, we'll then have a formal recruitment process. So please, rest of you church, I know most of you aren't going to apply for this. I know even the opportunity to work with me isn't going to make you walk away from your jobs as nurses and teachers and all of that stuff. And please, can we be praying? Let's pray for God to raise up the right person, and that's certainly my prayer, and I'm confident that He's going to be doing it, and that whoever He brings alongside me, that we're going to be able to serve you as a church, serve our city, and most importantly, serve this exciting unfolding vision that God has for us. God bless. Thanks for listening.